pubs are beginning. A lot of activity watching these riders back home.
Notice this now. It's not quite as aggressive, not quite as hard charging.
And the drafting is just incredible. As we go back now to our women's race, who are in our white helmets. Now, through the rotary, right now you're seeing different distances. Basically, Category 4 and Category 3, they're doing the longer distance. They're doing
towards the feed zone.
Category 2 is doing 30.
Now let's see how busy this feed zone gets early on. Right now, these guys all start with quite a lot of water in the tank, so I imagine some of them may skip this feed.
Cristiano wrap up on the
Don't be surprised if there's not a lot of water being dumped on them. Up at the front, the Italian jersey is Sonardi.
Couldn't help but notice
I'd say the closest that the paracycling has to a superstar is Sonardi.
hand cycle because
Formula One, IndyCar,
going on out there right now.
race car driver injured in a horrific
Tight
crash.
turns. These machines are actually just unbelievable how tight they handle. Kind of designed like an F1 car. Just everything just as low as you can get it. Everything is solid, and these riders are super aerodynamic, and as a result, they have a tremendous advantage on the descents.
Oh, look at the Chinese rider has a little advantage, almost like a normal cyclist being able to stand up.
You can reach me on Twitter.
It changes
maybe
his
you've got a friend
ability
out
a
there
little
racing, maybe a family member, maybe you want to correct me how I'm saying somebody's name. We are welcoming all sorts of comments. As got complete commentary from all over the world yesterday on Twitter.
Conley Liu able to stand up just a little bit.
Some of these riders, and really been impressed by all of the water section fans out there, and how much support is showing.
Already still on the front. Meanwhile,
on Twitter,
further back, the hand cyclists can
chime in.
the low slung guys, the Category 3 guys, are getting
Back
to
men's
the 1K
race right
sign.
now. Watching
They
the
are
blue helmets
holding
being
off
Category
the
2,
Category
being
5
Category
hand
1.
cyclists.
Now they are in there racing together, but they are scored separately. You can see some of
You'll
the
probably see them pass it.
apparatus that is used
Here's the pass.
for these riders.
H3 going one direction. H5 going the other direction. Category 3, Category 5. What this will do is this will index us as to which group is going faster, because we know that we met on the bridge.
Big pass being
So
made
whoever is
on
ahead
the
of each
outside.
other is like a pursuit on the track. We'll know next time through. Now we go back to
Easy
H5,
right there, and that's
the men's
Tobias
Category
Frankhauser,
5
I
road
believe, in
race.
Switzerland, trying to make that pass on the outside. Finds himself on the outside of the turn. Now we go back to our women's race. The Russian rider, Svetlana Moshkovich, really applying steady pressure right now.
Gee, do you think the guy on the front was ever a race car driver? Look at how much lower he is than everybody else. Look at the guy, how he understands aerodynamics. Now this little climb, then we go into another descent.
Of course, a lot of fans.
We're getting a
from
little
South
archy-barchy
Africa
there, a little Ben-Hur coming on you.
trying to ascertain the status of Justine Asher.
Back to the home stretch. Look at the time. 12:44, very fast time. Might be the fastest lap of all
Going
week
back to
long.
the men's division.
I'll have to check my records at Fred Patton.
Getting a good shot right there. Brian Sheridan.
A 12:41 lap, 5 laps to go.
Italy's superstar right there. Holding his own, moving up a category.
I don't think that pace is going to stick for the Category 3s, but I do think the pace is going to speed up. I think we're going to see the Category 3s actually slowing down as the race goes on, but I think you're going to see these guys in the Category 5 division speeding up as it becomes more strategically significant to do both. Here's the first place where you'll see the Category 5s having an advantage. And that will be on this very steep climb. They'll hit it in about 500 meters.
Allison Jones returning as world champion. And Jenny Whitmore Also repeating in a photo finish, I might add.
Temperatures
Pretty exciting race.
climbing right now
Photo finishes yesterday.
to the mid 90s. If you're using centigrade, we're in the low 30s. Good look at the big Dutchman right there. Yes, a plat.
Boy, this is a little ranked spot right here in the world. Cones. During yesterday's racing, a lot
Wow,
of riders
this is
ended up
cool.
on the wrong side of the cones, and understandable to a degree, but you see a lot of these riders at the high point of the course right now. They've come up onto a plateau, and we're going to see them come through, and we're going to get a good lap time right now. Now, yesterday in the regular bikes, we were
1
seeing
minute.
pretty impressive riding going on. That
1K
was,
to go
tandem
on our climb.
with a blind athlete on the back.
Tough little climb, tough
Excited
little nut.
pilot.
Gets the flat struggling a
Some
litut
of
bit.
the
Here they are.
fastest
Got to
time
watch
we
those
saw
cones,
of the
boys.
day. They're posting
Especially
lap
in this
times
division.
in the 13-minute territory. These riders are 3 kilometers from the line, having a pretty good ride. They'll start a little downhill here. Now they're up on the plateau. Those cones that you just saw going over that bridge with the white fencing, they're going to come back to that. And that's when they are about less than 1 kilometer from the line.
Ernst van Dijk, the South African, in there. Costa, the Portuguese, in there.
Setting up for the turn. The country that the moto's got to set up for the turn as well with our
Has
camera.
celebrated
Switch
victory
camera
in Rio
positions,
Costa,
trying to keep up with these guys.
the World Road Championships last year in
As I said,
Tuscany.
these guys are pretty fast on the downhills, and it's kind of
Back
difficult
to
for
the
the
Cat
motor drivers
threes.
to maintain a safe distance. Further back in the women's division, they continue to soldier on. Now again, we're going to be watching the women that are in the red helmets are going the longest distance along with the yellow helmets. The women that are in the orange helmets,
We're going to compare
they
lap
will
times
be-
here soon.
So it's the
You'll
white
see
and
the
the red.
finish
I
truss.
apologize. They will be going the longest.
But
distance.
look out, they're all over the roads, strung out, looking at
Three
each other.
and the
Very slow
orange
first lap.
helmets.
These guys are going to be about
They're doing
a
just
minute
2 laps.
slower, I will bet you, than the Category 3s. I think that's going to change as the race goes on.
This is the toughest climb, steepest pitch on the course, I believe. From what I can analyze and what I've seen, this is right now the toughest little section. You can see the speeds just coming way down for these riders right here as they come through.
1937 takeaway 2, so they're at about 1740. They're a lot slower.
Now, once they come up and over this bridge, this is crossing the Interstate I-85. We just showed you this shot coming in the other direction.
if indeed those times are accurate.
Our women come up and over. And then it's down here, they'll sweep to the left, and then they're about 700 meters from the line right now, and we'll get our first real good split.
Back to the Category 3s. Look at this. This is a solid rotating pace line.
Justy Nasher, number 1 ranked rider, defending champion in the women's Category 2 division. Quadriplegic. Out there having just an amazing season. She's been winning just about everything she's entered so far. And,
More good camera work from our team.
Completing throughout, they actually have a World Cup series for paracycling. You may not know that.
Putting you right in the action.
Travel.
Give you a sense of what it feels like to
People in their national team jerseys, they get just as much support. A lot of distance starting to appear right now. This is sort of undulating terrain right now. We're going to see them coming through. This should be some pretty interesting times. And we'll look at the men's division.
Question
coming
is how many
through
lines?
shortly thereafter.
One rider's getting cut out.
Battle for position. You're trying to find the apex of every turn, and while you're trying to do that, now
Boom,
they're
little
gonna
kick
reassemble.
there if you saw right
Once
at
they
the
go
end.
through here, they're at the top
Back to the Category 5s.
And then we'll drop down, drain down
Zanardi.
for about 3 miles until they have to start to climb again. Pretty good times right
Riding
there.
there.
Look at that. That is a
Moves back.
16:42.
Gets a
So
good look at Ernst van
the
Dijk.
hand cycles
Those two men
are
on the left
pretty
side,
much right in
Zanardi
line
and Van Dyke,
with
are the
what we would
dominant
expect.
1-2
They're
punch
about
of this group.
16:50. And they are
Nobody's
doing
backing
pretty
down
close
from
to times that the two-wheeled cycles were doing yesterday for much of this racing. 15 minutes is sort of around, just to give you a gauge, 15 minutes is around 25, 26 miles an hour. You saw the tandems going down into the 14 minutes. So slightly slower, but just about a minute off the time of the regular bikes. Here is now the leaders of
Just
the
an amazing
men's
story.
division.
Alex Zanardi.
And you can see they're coming up out of this climb, and the climbs are critical right
The
now.
passion that he has
This
brought
is going
to
to
the
be
sport,
the Italian
the notoriety
rider
he has
of
brought to
the
his sponsorship
all
money
across.
has just been great. Back to the Cat 3s. Noticeably faster at this point of the race.
Zone coming through, leading.
Belgium, Canada, the Netherlands, all
Through
represented
that
in there.
roundabout, we'll see him hit the fences shortly. Sturridge coming up around the outside. Rider coming up on the outside seems to be the Czech Republic rider, Patrik Jahoda, and he is currently ranked number 1 in the world.
Well,
So
don't know how
Jahoda
this
making
happened.
A pretty big surge on this descent. Lazone trying to respond.
Chinese rider stuck on the wrong side of the median. He'll correct up here at the cut.
So they're all racing. They've got to
He'll
race
come over, but he's going to
category
pay
as well.
dearly for that.
So the helmets match.
And that is a section where the riders during most of the races have all been on the left side of the median, and somehow the entire field got over there early. Now we can see a big move. That's what happened. A big move going clear. Now again, these riders are a little bit more tactically, how do I say, they have a lot more tactical alternatives than the Category 3s. The Category 3s go smoother, longer, but these riders can attack more, they can sprint better, they can climb a little better. Sonardi's in this move. Ernst van Dijk is in this move. The Dutch rider is in this move. The American is in this move. The Australian's all there. So now, all looks solid in this breakaway.
Grew up with a dad that served in the military, and so he joined the Navy in 1995. He was a pretty impressive
Group has
guy,
all come back
submariner,
together on this downhill.
He
But that gave you the
spinal cord
first
over a
sign.
motorcycle accident, and it was amazing to see when he went there.
What can happen?
And he just
These guys are
began to
capable of
adapt
doing
his
some
life.
big surges, and we
Actually
just
brought
saw
into
one
the
there.
Navy. And he actually played
A little bit more like traditional cycling, whereas the guys that are in the Category 3
did a 9
a little bit more like being on triathlon bikes, and these guys are more like being on road bikes. The ability to adjust, to steer, to change gears, a little bit more animated. But back to the Category 3s.
You grow up, and suddenly team sports get a little bit more tougher.
Whole trick for these guys right now is stay out of the wind and keep looking up the road, which is sort of counterintuitive. The problem is that you want to stay out of the wind, but when you do that, you lose sight of the road. Two teammates of Canada.
Having an amazing time.
He's got to fill that gap. His teammate opened it up, and we got problems right here. There's a little bit of problems at the back of this group. Look at the strain.
Who we're talking about right now already has been on
Just
the
keeps
podium.
going by riders.
Very fantastic athlete. And, these guys are, this is not anything about sympathy. This is about hard-charging athletes. And I thought about this today when I was walking around the venue getting my stuff ready.
Watching right there, Canadian Mark Beggs,
A good shot of
coming back from not a very good
Already
position
in
and making up for it. Now Zanardi sits up in the middle. Van Dijk and Zanardi. Look at this. When they sit up, the whole field sits up. When they sneeze, everybody says Gesundheit.
These guys are charged up about this.
It's their world, and everybody has to live in it. Those two riders in the middle, if they go, they all go. If they don't go, nobody goes.
And they are totally able-bodied, and it's really a profound thing to witness. And standing in line at the buffet, you realize how much more these people have brought to their lives, and even though they've been dealt a lot of tough cards.
Whoa, look at this. We might be seeing a move on the left. Ernst van Dijk making a move.
This race right now.
Not wise, doing it on the descent. I think it's more of a move of position for what's coming after. And I think this is almost like a climbing lead out. This is what you'll see in European road racing on normal bikes with able-bodied riders. He's going to charge at that climb. That climb is a tough climb. And look at Ernst van Dijk is trying to get in position to do something. And now look at this. Zanardi getting some water, getting ready. The American's right there, gun loaded, ready to go. The Australian Everybody's in attack position because they have a sense that Ernst Van Dyke is going to go on this climb. And get ready. All of a sudden, all the heads are going to start to go. And here it goes right about now. They all are going to go right now. And now it's all about Ernst Van Dyke and how much pressure will he apply? How much will he push?
Fast. I can tell you right now that
Interesting.
Our motos and cameras.
Looks like it was a probe, wanted to see, but those two riders, Zanardi and Van Dyke.
It's a different speed oscillation that they have. It is an entirely different situation for these riders. These hand cyclists are, they use the course differently, so our motos will have to adjust accordingly.
This is where they have the advantage over the other bikes.
Downhills, but a lot slower on the uphills. So we are
getting word on Twitter. And by the way, if you want to reach me and give me your feelings or your thoughts on this, some of you guys follow this even more closely than me, you can contact me on Twitter and I'll respond. Ernst Van Dyke right there in our Category 3 race. There is just one rider in there from Belgium, and that is Jean-Francois de Berg. And I'm getting word on Twitter that he is on really good form and is really eager to represent for a country that is synonymous with winning world championships. And I am especially fond of cyclocross, and I'm sure de Berg has a big Sven Nys fan. And de Berg is out there racing right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if Sven Nys is following this race as well back in Belgium, back in Ball, Belgium, getting ready for their cyclocross season. Back on the Category 3s. Look at how tight they handle. Look at this. 2, 4, 5, maybe 6 riders in this group. They have gone clear, so they have cut the elite group in half. And they know it, and they are charging on this downhill. This is where they really can fly. The speeds right now can get upwards of 45, 50, 60 miles an hour. I've been on rides with really casual hand cyclists who are capable of going 50 miles an hour. These guys are the elites. Now they have to manage this problem with the climb. Let's just see how fast his second one is. The first lap they did was 12:41. They're keeping their foot on the gas. Now on this downhill, you might see some other riders coming across, but these guys have got it going. It's going to be about the climb coming up. Rider going wide. Rider going wide. In trouble. Scrubbed a lot of speed off. That cost him a lot of speed on a bad line. Now he's got to fight for it. Trying to ID that rider.
Soldiering on.
Now look at this. 1K to go. Steepest part. This is where these guys struggle. Bad position cost that rider. Back to the Category 5s. Now remember what I said last time through. That where they pass each other, these guys are coming up the feed zone. So actually the Category 3s continue to advance. The leaders of the Category 3s will be over the bridge before these riders get on the opposite side of travel. So I think you're going to see that the Category 3s continue to impress very much faster than the Category 5s, who by the way are just extremely tactically stuck in the concept of Ernst Van Dyke.
You can also maybe notice some different styles
and Zanardi
design.
So here we go. Notice these are the leaders right here. Remember where they were. They passed each other this time. Now the leaders of Cat 3, they've even made up more time on the Category 5s, who are supposedly more able-bodied. Nothing on them. Again, I'm just making this is an observation of how each race is playing out. The Category 5 race has been slow.
Trouble for great time
It's been tactical. It's been defensive. Zanardi takes the bottle.
With his background in other sports such as rugby, he shouldn't have too much fear of contact. And he's bringing him back on the climb. But you also have to manage things very well.
Seventh-ranked rider in the world is Johan Riekers, right up in front of the Australian.
Watching him soldier,
bringing forward Stuart Tripp back to the Corvettes that are on the road right now. These are the hand cyclists. Men's Category 3, putting on a great show. Maybe the fastest field we've seen all week long. This is impressive what they're doing. These guys continue to charge.
Yeah, they got to watch it here.
They're looking at 29 minutes on the button right there.
Representing a country that has surged to a very good
So they are slowing down.
parasite.
They slowed down tremendously. They will continue to slow down. Their first lap was so hot. And I think they went out so fast that they wreaked havoc on their bunch, and they've got it down to that. So 4 laps to go for those riders in our Category 3 division. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them in the lead group. Meanwhile, these are the riders I expect to go a little faster. I expect this. Right now it's like the La Brea Tar Pits.
These are all
Every time that
helmets out there.
those 2 strong men go, these guys cover every move, and they're just stuck right now. They are just stuck in the tar of this big group. And they're all playing defense.
Is at 1. Now we must let you know that both of these categories are going to race.
Van Dyke going to the back, trying to get a look at it, do some inventory. Maybe I should come from back here. Notice, wherever Van Dyke goes, Zanardi goes. Zanardi looks around. If he doesn't see Van Dyke, he moves back to figure out where he is. He's indexing where he is.
Sitting right on.
This is like the French Connection with Popeye Doyle chasing the bad guy through the train station.
Susan doesn't show up much on the world ranking just because
And they are in a crowded train station indeed. We're going to see them on the climb. This climb will be significant. They've got one more turn before the climb.
South Korea, bringing it all back. This is good racing right here. Big surge on the climbs right now, right there. As we can see, 500 is the Polish rider, Renata Kaluza.
Johan Riekers and Tim de Vries might have a plan up their sleeves. The guys from the Low Countries telling me that Riekers and de Vries are thinking of doing something in this race, in the Category 5. And don't ask me why it is that
USA represented right there.
the Dutch guys can climb so well. The Dutch guys have bullets. They've got extra guys. They've got some ammo. They can send an attack. And the question is that their best guy, or is that just happens to be their first guy? Or is there going to be a counter move? Through the water they go. Now, all the way down. Look at this, on the descent. This is where the low slung Corvettes really open it up.
The little Marlboro College, just down the road. 2011, she was second in the National Road Championships.
Apparently, Jetsa Platt is the best sprinter of their bunch. So Jetsa Platt, they're going to try and save Jetsa Platt, the guy in orange, 4th ranked rider in the world, indoor rider 268.
But I'm sure a lot of folks
guy that they're going to stay back on.
Bike shops. The West Hill
At
shop
least
was
according
the centerpiece of
to my friends on Twitter, they say that's the plan.
A lot of American
So
bike
we're going to see the
culture.
first of the. Will we see the first Dutch attack here?
That called Brattleboro, Vermont.
I have a sense South Africa is going to say something about that. Little gas form. This Chinese rider struggling, having to burn a lot of matches where he doesn't need to. The Americans shouldn't be back like that either.
Mount Snow.
You got to ride more consistent.
She was a pretty interesting rider as an able-bodied athlete. You know, she was out there as an amazing athlete as a skier.
Uh-oh, one of the Dutch riders in trouble.
As a cyclist,
That may be a Category 5 rider that's being lapped.
17, she fell out of a tree.
Dutch rider.
In her late 20s, she began her cycling career. She rode from Washington State to Vermont to raise money.
Not what we expected there.
That's a story right there. So she didn't try her first competitive race until
Here comes the climb.
So
On the climb, 1K to go, to the line.
She's really been a centerpiece to this team.
The Dutch have lost one of their riders. Indicates to me that I think generally the whole race is going faster. 266, rider in trouble. That's Jetsa Platt, the sprinter. Well, he's climbing like a sprinter.
Third in time trial as well. So,
And he better learn to climb if he's going to be there for the sprint.
Time trial. The Americans have a lot.
Fights his way back on. The American on the right side, 271. De Los Santos. So far so good for the Americans.
Going through on the inside right now. Didn't quite work
Back
out
to the
that well taking that line.
Category 3s who have already gone through and are now starting up
Very difficult
a series of step climbs.
You don't have nearly the ability to adjust
You get a sense that the urgency
sort of set it.
is settling down with this lead group.
Right
They've
there,
allowed a
you see
rider
a
to
good
come back
shot
up, I believe.
Alicia Briss or Dina.
Bam. Look at the kicking going on in there.
You can see them right now on this pretty challenging course.
Those are the back markers of our category 3s going through. Now you're going to see the category 5s. These are the, look at this, charging through. They come through with a 37.30.
Look at the speeds that these things get on the downhills. These things are amazing.
Takeaway 2, 35.30.
Polish rider coming
2
through.
minutes starting
leader.
leader.
Renata Kaluza making a big surge on the downhill. And you've got the German Cristiano Rep. Good race right now in the Windsurfs. These are category 3 and category 4, so there's 2 champions.
Just going a little bit faster. Not much though. 4 laps to go.
A little hydration help from the locals. These riders, the temperature right now is
The shaving the riders off.
very comfortable.
Gets the Blacks in trouble. The Americans in trouble.
Our see right now.
Go back to the category 3s.
As they come surging forward. These are the
Remember, critical attack point right here coming at them right now.
category 2 division. Touch the wheels there. Also making contact. One of the things you'll notice that I was talking about this
Very
earlier.
critical moment
Some
for these guys. They're right now, they are riding like a breakaway, which is what they are.
Others don't. And by going into the draft,
1,
and actually
2,
on that
3,
bar,
4, 5.
get a little contact with the riders
In this move.
don't have that. Due to
Right now,
hesitation or
everybody has to
whatever.
take their turn at the
These
front.
riders now surging forward.
Everybody has to help on the
the hardest part of the climb.
The trick is to not go too hard on the climbs, but then rail it on the descent so that everybody can go.
I'm kind of using that a different way.
South Africa looking
Depending
good
on
in
what
this
they
event
have.
as well.
Again, paracycling really impressed me as to
Good ride by South Africa
not
in
just
both
your
events.
disability, but how your disability plays for you or against you in the race, and how that goes into strategy.
Stuart
Still
McCready,
holding it.
the South African.
73 degrees right now. So he's going to start climbing. You can see a lot of riders getting water.
Good riders on the category
Trying to work
this
this hard, but
turn.
it's still relatively cool relative to what we're
Now
going to see
they
later
head,
on.
we're going to switch over now to our category 5s and these turns. Now look at this, they've got this broken up a little bit. Now go the Australians. Now look at this. Now we've got a little bit of action right now as they are breaking it apart. Now watch it here, a little bit of indecision right there as to whether or not they could get through in there.
Those are the women's
They ended up on the wrong side of that median last time, and now they've closed that up again.
category. We are in the white helmets.
Beautiful
Lady
sweep to the
Day
left.
comes
Look at
back
that.
to the men's division. Sitting right up on the front, 202 is going to be Brian Sheridan on the front of this group.
As they come rolling up.
Sitting right up on them. Our 199 sitting on him, including Tobias Kleinkaiser, Switzerland.
Ernst Van Dyke. Zanardi.
Did fantastic working with us as well. They just really demonstrated so much endurance.
So a
Having
fateful
TV
day in
coverage.
2001. He was an F1 race car driver
right now, so that Lana
He was actually injured in an IRL race in Germany.
With a crash. You've got a little
Close
trouble
to 200
with the back
miles an
there,
hour.
so they're
Look
trying
at
to
the
go
aero
as hard as they
position
can
he
to make it
is
stick.
in.
Now they're coming through. They're going to be on the fence.
So many motor car racers love the sport of cycling. They have so much fitness involved.
And they are being shown
Good little dialogue there between those two.
3 laps to go.
Juan Pablo Montoya, great mountain bike racer.
Trouble in the back.
Motorcycle racers, car racers. So many of them take to the bicycle to maintain
But
fitness.
there is
which
that
is important.
descent cover.
Ernst Van Dyke right in there. One American comes into that lead group. We go back to the low slump Corvettes, category 3s. As their group gets smaller, their group will get slower because they will have less of a drafting impact on the descents. And now we can see them.
Also,
5 riders.
distances. The blue
On the
numbers
feet
are
zone.
all up in the category 2 division, so
They are
doing
really crushing it.
full 5 lap category. Green helmets. trying to get as much coverage as we can with what we've got. And the green helmets will be doing just 3 lap cycles. This group all together. Row 2 is Brian Sheridan. Having a pretty good ride right now.
Stuart McCready, the South African, right in front of us.
Solid also in there. Belgium. Currently second to
Jean-Francois de Berg.
Rohan had a pretty
Promising big
result.
things. Water. These
They're
riders
on the tough climb right now.
zone ends. Now they get back to business.
In the time trial, Rohan
Back at the
very
front
good
of the
ride.
Category 5s. Australia's rider sitting right there.
Finished third.
Stuart Tripp, so we have a pair of Stuarts on course right now.
Whole different thing.
Van
Time trial
Dyke.
and road racing. Each favors a different rider. We know this from regular cycling as well as paracycling.
Ernst Van Dyke of South Africa.
Big attack going on right now, but this is going to be on the downhills. It's going to be hard to maintain this attack.
One
Given
American
how fast
carrying the flag forward.
the riders are.
Race
Basically,
of
the
an amazing
advantage
age
is
of
to be
competition.
sitting in
Van
first.
Dyke reaches for the bottle. 2 Dutch riders in
But
there.
even that third place rider, we'll identify that rider soon.
Campaign
Even
going very
with
well.
that
And
there,
actually 2
they'll start to
Americans.
come into the draft, and they get a little bit of a draft as they come down. You got to stay in that draft. So we were watching the German rider that is going to be Christian Rep. She is Amy Moskowitz of Russia. We're going to see that third
Del
place
Santos
rider
getting a lot of praise.
Not maintain
Del
the position.
Santos is an interesting guy. Actually, a former staff sergeant, U.S. Special Ops.
You're probably third place rider trying to get there.
Probably one of those guys
is
that
going to
you would never wear this spandex.
easier. The best ride right now is from Moskowitz. That third place rider is just having to drill it. Rep has to slow down to sort of rest a little bit. She's up there. It's so hard to be on the front. But Rep, look at this. A little bit of trouble from Moskowitz.
Dutch rider in there.
Moskowitz all of a sudden gets popped, so Rep just makes a huge surge coming into this little climb here. And Rep just, I don't know where she found it. She has found some just amazing ability to basically ride Moskowitz off of her wheel on the descent, carrying it into...
Little push by the Australian here on this tough
And
little
now look
climb.
at this Rep. Christian
Look at
Rep
the
just
ability
having
to
an
respond
amazing
that
ride
these guys
right now.
have.
This is absolutely staggering what she's just
She's got
done.
10 bike lengths.
The way she didn't come down.
And look at this. This is a big move on the right side. Ernst Van Dyke is going. Zanardi's going to have to match that. Now all the alarm bells ring. Zanardi has to respond. Van Dyke right there.
Their lap cards.
Van Dyke is right there trying to respond. He will bring back the Australian.
Men's road race.
Stuart Tripp says, well, enough of that.
Blue helmets is the Category 2 division. Watching right there, rider 194. I apologize for 98. Luke Mazzone, the Italian rider.
Now look at this. We're down to 3. I don't know what happened while we were on camera. We had some excitement going on.
Category 1.
Somehow we've got it down to 3 riders in the lead group of our Category 3 race. We'll get a little closer look here and see just what happened.
Everything she has. And she is just one of the things about when you see them on regular bikes, guess what they can do? They can look back. She has no idea how much damage she
Just slowly shaving guys off. And here's the thing. I think these guys have gone so fast that I think that they're causing problems for themselves down the road. They are going so fast that they're going to end up isolated
Moskowitz had
in the wind.
a little mishap. Maybe she had a bump. She had
Not to say somebody's not going to win a gold medal out of this
to go
group.
past a lapped rider, and if I was correct, I just saw a yellow helmet on that rider, which indicates they are in Category 3. Category 2.
These things just hug the road.
Category 2 rider going by. This is back to Mazzone, Luca Mazzone, who was world champion one category down, now racing up in a more difficult category.
Great riding. Look at this.
Question is, where are his competitors?
Italy.
Remember, Will Gould
Both
beat
races.
him in the time trial. Frank Rohan finished right behind.
Toughest part of the course right here.
Time trial. So Mazzone
Now
right in
look
there.
at where the leaders of the
in time trial, but
Cat
the
5s
three
are.
riders who
You
are
may
battle right
see
now.
them
The
this
road
time. They're
race,
actually
right
starting
now
to
has
gain.
Mazzone.
They're about to go to that
Looks
road
as if
race.
he's alone.
And they are approaching. They're sort of holding, and I think they're going to gain. I don't think they're ever going to catch, but I think they're going to gain on the
Out of
Cat 3s.
harm's way, so they'll move
Right here,
vehicles
they
around
make that
the course.
turn. difficult thing
driving on a cycle.
Oh, those are back markers. Those are not Cat 5s.
It really isn't. It requires quite a bit.
Men's H3 leaders.
One of our white helmets going by right there. Category 3 division.
Men's Cat 5 continues to cede time to the 3. Zanardi now. Look at this move. Look at the power of Van Dyke. The Dutchman coming with him. Actually, might as well say 2 Dutchmen. Van Dyke coming from South Africa, once a Dutch colony. Now you can see the Dutch is being spoken in this race. The Australian applying pressure as well. Zanardi feeling, pairing. He's covered it. Our lead group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 riders. The Stewart Tripp has gone and gone again.
So tight the way he driving this.
Back to these riders.
In there, as tight as ever. Thick as these, all these riders right now. Polish rider really.
Here they are.
They're not going to lose that.
45.04. 45.05. So now we see them. They're slowing down. As I expected, they're slowing down. They've just done a 15-minute lap. So after opening with an amazingly fast lap, the times are coming down. 3 laps to go to those leaders. We're going to ID those riders on this lap. A little trouble on those bumpy sections. Now, meanwhile, back where it is a little bit more tactical. It's gone from tactical to smactical. They're starting to throw down. This is turning into a bar fight of a bike race. Zanardi is wondering what has gone on. He's got a pool full of alligators here, and he cannot control them. The Americans have 2 riders in this. 272 up in it. All these riders in line. Pretty difficult climb. 272 sitting right there.
Labor Day.
Oscar Sanchez.
Hijinks. I wonder what motors do think as they're on the way and they look over the CD. Incredible athlete.
Straight as an arrow. Now they're racing like a breakaway.
It's tougher.
Sanchez sitting in there. Rides out of San Diego.
Christiana Rep right there. Comes out of
Red Paralympics Games in 2012. He was gold medal in the team relay. He got a bronze in the ITT, the individual time trial. Been at it for a while.
All around. Also been a pretty good swing.
He's been part of the special forces.
All of them have.
Now look at this. We got trouble again.
2 years from now.
I don't even know if he has, if he realizes the trouble. This is in the breakaway of our Cat 3 race. Going back to Oscar Sanchez. Navy SEAL. Got involved in a motorcycle accident. Injured his spinal cord. 5 years after the accident, started racing his bike. Here we are. Now a hand cyclist, Oscar Sanchez. We've got a couple of guys with some tough military credentials in there.
Right leg. Attacking.
Van Dyke. Also a very good coach. Zanardi at the front, tapping out a pace. 2 Dutchmen, 2 Americans.
Everywhere. She's doing it on the flat. She's doing it downhill. Back to the zone. Our next division.
Daniel Dawson is our other American that is in there. Also having a pretty solid ride. Section here. Nobody really in charge right now. They're all over the road. Zanardi wanting to get off the front. Dawson saying, I'll take it. Sanchez moving in as well. All these riders respect one another.
Sometimes in order if
to freeze in their form.
very strong rider, but now they actually have to attack, lead, and
trip in there for
From there, and sort of control the race. You have to
Australia.
How do you get control of the race? And sometimes you get control of it by being in the front. So I think most teams wanted to slow it down a little bit. People were wrapped up without some pretty harsh. There was that punishment. 4 kilometers to go from the line. And right now you've got 4 athletes.
They're already letting a little land open up there.
So far,
Look at this. Sanchez says, I'm going by you, brother. That was an F1 pass right there on the race car driver. And look at Sanchez making a move. He's bringing a head of steam into this climb. Sanchez on a big move. Goes through the hose. Sanchez applying steady pressure. Sanchez continues to go. Sanchez charging forward. Can he keep it going? He's got Zanardi in trouble. Zanardi taking on water at the back of affairs. Zanardi might be able to close, but Sanchez laying on the pressure with a big hammer. Now we're going to see whether or not Sanchez can go. Zanardi stuck back a little bit. He's burning fuel. He doesn't like to burn.
4th position, 5th position.
All of a sudden,
6th position.
he got a couple of tigers by the tail. He's not used to being on this end of a bike race.
Able to come back into it.
And they all seem to sit up after that salvo.
Palooza got the
Zanardi.
bronze medal in the time trial. So she's obviously
I
on
just
form.
think across his chest right there.
We got trouble right now.
Thanks to stars, if they let off the pressure of it, trip. Look how everybody sits up right there. Back to our 3 liters. Now look at the bottle.
But it's a very important thing to
See
do.
if that rider's able to fix that bottle that was dangling
You
here.
also can't afford to have a break in your rhythm. So Grails Regain does a very good job.
The men's category 3 continued to turn out an absolutely incandescent
Work by the
pace.
USA team. Of course, USA being the host country, they get to have the most support teams. And she just came through there. She had about 4 different people taking care of her on that line. You can imagine the difficulty it is for a foreign team. Hard enough to get your bikes and your boxes and your gear here and your mechanics. And then you got to get your swan here, is what they refer to in cycling. And
Everybody's resting here. They know what they've gone through. So everybody is resting.
People helping out as best they can. The entire team doing what they can.
But this hill coming up, they got to be ready to go.
As we boil this race down.
Coming into the finish line.
So, Grails
Time on the
Regain,
clock.
Hutney, Vermont, just sitting on the front.
54:18. But remember, we take off 2 minutes. Still a little bit more of a tactical battle. The 3 leaders right now in the category 3 race. This stuff is incredible. I feel like I'm watching an episode of Star Wars. All the different vehicles. Just fantastic racing.
We are here on this portion of the race. Women doing the full 5 laps all over the race. Watch the field. Meanwhile, back on category 1 thing. They are coming to the conclusion of their race.
Now here we can see it. This bottle. So he's running out of fluid. And what's also going to happen is that thing starts wrapping into the tires. It's not going to cause a problem.
Good racing here, top 4
women
women.
to the wheels. It's just going to interrupt the flow of everything. I think it's going to cause problems by just getting hot and wrapped up there.
Then you've got Moshkin in second.
He's just letting it ride for right now.
Christiana Rep sitting on 3rd, and the Polish rider, Renata Kaluza, 4th. The 5th rider trying to get on our speed, just banging off the speed. And maybe able to make contact on this climb. They're going to need
A lot of stop and go action in this race.
1K to go climb. Now, you can see Grails Regain, pretty genius what she just did. She sort of moved to a bad run, but that's okay, because she's trying to move back to get on the grab. She actually slots into the third position.
All these riders. Kind of like some wild cats that are just circling one another. Now there goes another move on the right side. Now Dan Dawson, who's in there, is also a Navy SEAL. This guy's a fascinating character.
Every time you're in any type of a cycling event, you know who the strongest rider is. When you get on the move, it's evident who's
opening up a margin right now. These three starting to separate a little bit.
Right, you either have to pass your make your strength or
See if they can fight their way back. Going into one more turn here.
best action.
On to their feet zone climb. Trouble in the back. He doesn't realize the resistance that is coming from that wheelchair. I'm sorry, from that bike. And what he's got trouble is his hand cycle is dragging. He doesn't realize he's dragging a water bottle, which is causing problems for him.
Bikes are phenomenally fast down.
Already looking around. Dawson right there. Dawson is also a Nordic biathlete. That's the Sochi 2014 Paralympic Games. Guy came out of Topeka, Kansas.
Really impressive racing going on right now.
Dawson was a Navy SEAL who stepped on an IED. Won the Purple Heart, the Bronze Star for Valor.
Great job.
All while serving in Vietnam. Let's see if we can fix this. Two riders right now.
Finish right there, and then we'll get some index on the times, on the lap cards. All of these riders are doing the full 5 laps that we are watching right now.
Getting a good shot right there, rider 211. The Austrian Walter Adlinger, defending world champion from the other category that was all moved up. Third ranked in the world
A lot
right now.
of races right now, they're effectively are on the start
Looks
list
to be in a good position to be a world champion. Meanwhile, further back, look at this, head on a swivel, tactical battle.
Best to get you all of those.
Stuart Tripp right there. The water coming on. A lot of these riders unable to sweat.
Getting help from my friend Chad Andrews. Let's look at some working for us over at 5 and Nelson
Zanardi.
Great timing and data
Clinging
to this group, friend. Fred Patton, you're watching right now. Our friends leader right now, Luca Mazzone of Italy.
It's category 3 race.
Mazzone having a pretty good ride.
Just one rider struggling to stay there. Battle continues. It's category 5.
I want to say hi to my friends in Scotland that are watching us. Doing our best to bring it to you, what we have. Here we
Good
are.
move, Ernst Van Dyke.
Our riders that are doing the full distance, 3 laps to go, 1 lap to go.
Podesta is the Italian that we're watching right now.
For all of them.
Having a very good ride. Podesta,
Good race.
solid ride right now. Sitting in the lead. Long sleeves. But when you take away that draft,
Commentary from
Zanardi commanding affairs further back.
Going forward, last year in category has obviously been stuff we only had 4 categories last year. Now we have
Every one of
5.
these men were pretty hard charging guys.
So that is gotten some of this sport. Interesting topic that
Wanted to get into it, but he sure had brought a lot of passion into
due to
it.
their injuries,
Make the dice right there.
which said you can legend. A lot. I've heard of this in some people, and those hands like know that, and they have to be watered down quite a bit. So look at this, 187 right now, leader in our division, I believe, unofficially. This brother, Sergio Cora, this is Nicholas Peter DePrez. He's ranked 3rd in the world right now.
Two Dutchmen still stay in there. Two Americans still in the lead group of this.
Now remember,
I have a sense that it's going to blow apart though.
the higher degree of disability. So
They go together much
higher
longer.
up, even though you do a shorter distance.
might be on his way to a rainbow jersey. Our camera operators is doing their very best. Should be able to close the gap. This should be it for that if he can get there. All of South Africa now cheering for this ride. Want to thank all the kind comments coming at us on Twitter. We were watching this rider 187, Nicholas Peter DeGice, coming at us out of South Africa. What a story right here. Now look at this rider just surging forward. Unbelievable, trying to get there leader on this tough category in this tough heat. Very impressive race so far for this rider. Vittorio Podesta, ranked second in the world, leading right now, comes up and over the I-85 bridge. All of the leaders of our men's division, here's the leaders of our women's division. We're going to see, this is the guy that's been driving the pace. You should be seeing Peter DePreez coming in all day long. This is maybe the fastest race we've had on this course all week long. That shot now, you got the women on the black rubber has been laid down on this course, not by our athletes, certainly that's what we need. Sanchez finds himself exposed a little bit right there. Dawson goes around here in second. And time trial. Stewart Tripp up at the front for Australia. Trying to get him to the line. This is pretty impressive. The guy's been two Dutchmen left in that race. Tim DeVries. Johan Rieger has no functional tricep. Go figure. This is pretty impressive watching this rider unfold on this course. You can imagine coming through again. The Italian all alone now in the lead. This guy is completely paralyzed from the nipples down. I didn't write that. Vittorio Podesta. I'll say that. Podesta comes through, and his time continues to be incredible. Breaking his forearms in at time of 1:01:0. This is incredible what this guy's been able to do. Still managed to do, but slowing down. 13 hours and 24 minutes. He beat up the first lap of the laps of the category 3 and consistently slowed down. Truly an amazing feat for the man who proudly, and now he faces racing alone. But I hope they're watching that drag in South Africa. This is absolutely incredible what this guy is able to do. Just an amazing story. This man now is on his way to a rainbow jersey. He is actually, you know, if you see anything about this guy online, he's often found helping other riders with tough circumstances. Just truly inspirational right here. Just amazing. They call people that race against them, they call them super Pete. Just incredible. Amazing to see what this guy's doing. And on his way to a world title. Let's see if he can score it. He's trying to get Stewart Tripp has been pretty impressive. Everybody out there is just throughout. You can just see what they are doing. Just incredible. So again, Kaz Cook helped me out a lot. You know, they split the Category 1 division to give the most disabled riders an already chance. Category 1 have quadriplegia. Category 2 have some muscle loss and triceps. That's the dividing DeVries and Van Dyke. So here we can have a rider right here. Look at the difference of the hand situation that he has. His hands are not really on there. It's a complete arm thing. He doesn't have to get ready to see. And notice the design of the catch just a little bit to basically get these guys set up. There's trouble on the bottle out on Twitter. Understanding more about this guy and this sport. What a great job. And if you want to comment on it, there's my Twitter handle online. You can send stuff. This has truly been one of the greatest Twitter conversations. Vittorio Podesta, 48 hours. This is tough right here, though. How hard it is to what you have. Now remember what I said earlier. Let's see when he's out there, he's all alone in the wind. So what he's doing is everything is from the shoulders up. He's doing this from like 10% of his muscle group from what you and I have. Other riders going by, but notice the different nomenclatures, different categories. This is what paracycling is all about. This is absolutely heroic what we are watching. He is doing this with basically nothing but his shoulders right there.
Lucas Cook is going to be racing this afternoon in the women's T2. Also doesn't sweat, so she knows all this stuff. Hopefully, we might get Cassie again as well to talk to us later on. Great to have any commentators. We usually watch the morning racing, and then after the podium ceremony, we bring some of our athletes in to help us out with some commentary. JB Whitmore was great. Had a great guest yesterday. JB Whitmore after winning her multiple-time world champion. So we are watching this rider. It's difficult right now for some of the vehicles that are out on course. They're trying to follow different vehicles, go with different race looks over. But this is on route to victory right now for this rider. The riders right next to him. They call him Super Beans, and there he is. Back to the women's race. Heating up pretty good as well. This four-rider break has been just stupendous all during this racing. You know, you watch these things, and I'm going to try not to put my foot in my mouth here, but they make it fun. They make it look fun. You're like, wow, I want to race one of these things.
Look with all the traffic we've been in all day.
This is not a pity party. This is a really cool, like an F1 bicycle that these guys are riding, and they're going so fast. These things handle so well. And I've had the opportunity to ride some low riding tricycles. They just scorch through turns. Now we can see right now this man, absolutely incredible story. This is Nicholas Peter Dupre's going forward, and we are just seeing this just absolute incredible ride. And he is just now counting it down to get there. Having to breathe as best he can. Again, has no feeling from the chest down. So everything he is doing is just from that little muscle group top right there. Just the shoulders, not even triceps. I wonder if there's muscles that are halfway between the shoulders and the body guy. So he's throwing it these flurries like a hummingbird. Everybody looks fast. Let the bike do whatever work it can do. Look at the gears, and also he's got it maxed out. He's got the chain all the way over at the tiniest gear. Now when I say the tiniest gear, I actually mean that's the tiniest cog, meaning it's one of the heaviest gears you can push. That's good. Had a pretty solid start to this event. Back to the women's race. And it's a barn burner of a race. This is really fantastic what we're seeing. And now we're also watching our men's race, exploring the gold medal race. So we've got a great looking race. 5K to go in this lap of the men's race. And just like the women's race, 4 riders already in the relay to get the gold. So Podesta already has 1 gold medal from this event. That was in the relay. Watching right now, this is our women's division. Getting confused with the Squadra Azzurri, the color of the zone. We've got a blue jersey in the front of the men's division, blue jersey in the front right now, the women's division that are on now the cars filling the gap. Podesta looks like he has opened up a significant margin when those cars appear. That means he's got quite a bit. Look at what this ride going on right there. So Podesta, solid ride. Nicholas Peter Dupre's put everything he had into the descent, and he had to rest because of. And now look at this. This is basically just rotating the arm from the shoulders. Trying to get to the finish, trying to get to a ring closure, trying to bring home a world championship in the Republic of South Africa. Back to the next of the rider we're watching with 4 riders in 2007. Really impressive silver medal in 2008 Beijing. And the world champion Svetlana Moshkevich of Russia has been applying pressure now. Early on, it was the German rider Christiana Repp. So now Moshkevich actually competition here. Moshkevich had second last year in the world championship race. They come through. No stranger. No stranger to second place on the podium. This may be an opportunity for that world now. This is going to be what they call Super League. This is Nicholas Peter Dupre's 17th lap. Only ranked 3rd in the world in his division, Category 1 division. Podesta, however, showing his way effectively a quadriplegic. You can see it on his face. The one thing that works is this man's face, and it is really impressive to see a man they call Super Pete. Vittorio Podesta, we're watching him just basically tear this course apart, as we were saying earlier. The first in the world to smash a Podesta just ripping this course apart. Trying to recover from that climb. Really what he's got to do. The temperature is holding right now, so it's still pretty cool out here. And we go back to our Vittorio Podesta coming into these rotaries right now. We are watching the last two races of this incredible racing that started on August 27th. Comes through to today, Labor Day in America. Started with a great race. Hand cycle relay. Started on Thursday. Then came the individual time trial on Friday. And then we launched into the road race Sunday and Monday. They have all been fantastic. Podesta getting a gold medal already in the World Championships for the hand cycle relay. I want to thank Gary Cherrett, of our manager of our race staff. He's done a great job here organizing this. We also want to thank Nancy Prosser of the city of Greenville. Look at this, more riders coming through as we make the pass onto the Category 5. Couldn't do it without our technical director, Chuck Hodge, Beth Rush, Kevin Meyer, and Leslie Fletcher. They all handled operations and media. They've done a great job. We also want to thank French Lord Jim Burrell and Memphis Sports for doing such a good job of doing on great events in Greenville, South Carolina. Running plate number 481 as we come towards the finish of this, the men's Category 1. All of New Zealand is looking for Tim Williams. We're going to Fred Patton managed our timing with Sports. Guys in Shimano, we're working pretty busy right now. Supports provider UCI stretched out. They did a great job while we were watching. I know that everybody wears different nationalities. Podesta come through here, but man, this is a human race, and that is just amazing to watch Super Pete, a man that is Nicholas Ineos to please out on course. Look at that. Rubbins racing right there. That is some good hit going on right there. And it's effectively what you can do. You see this every now in mountain descents and bike racing where the rider in the back will kind of push the rider in front, just physically push them. Our UCI officials, including Randy Schaefer and jury president, Jose Bedard, our commissar, going around this, out of team, as these riders. Our chief judge was Judy Ryan, Jude Spinelli, and Steve Stoner on the motors. Michael Borgart was the UCI DCO. The commissaries included Iverson Ledovic, Thierry Dieterin, Christian Majira. The assistant judge was Brett Lyons. Motor commissary was Howard Johnson. The other motor commissary was Larry Norris. Luis Barbeau was our UCI technical engineer. We are watching this all unfold. A beautiful World Championship. We get ready to host the Elite World Championships next year in Richmond, Virginia. Now back in the other division, all of Ireland is cheering for Mark Rohan. We'll go back to his division shortly. We've dedicated one camera just to LeBron, so this man, when we will go back to our men's division shortly after this. We've got an exciting women's race that we're covering, and we also have an exciting men's race. A lot of these guys are going to be working later on for the Woodon Warrior Games coming up September 28th to October 5th in Colorado Springs. nice section of this road. Probably the coolest section. They get to cool off a bit there. A little east and west there. A little Ben-Hur action breaking out on this course. Now we can look at these riders as they now have to tackle this section. This is an uphill section, very tough. They'll be approaching our finish truck soon. We'll get the update on the lap cards. These four riders have just gone hammer and tong the whole time. Everybody has taken a lead. I do have to say, however, that I believe, I don't know if she's the strongest rider today, but Renata Kaluza of Poland might be the smartest rider. She has probably done the least work and been out of the wind the entire time. Also managing the bike really well. Fast little downhill, that motorcycle has to get going. Get out of the way. And now we go back to Super Pete. We're going to bring you our Category 5 coverage in just a bit. We just had to reload some batteries on the camera. We'll be right back. Podesta's going to get the final lap next time through. It'll be one to go when he comes through next. Going to try and ID where he's at. Should be near the fence soon. Had to get up that climb. Absolutely incredible. Look at Podesta. Going through some shattered remnants of individuals. Is doing a call down there at the finish line. Really a lap down. Very solid rider with a lot of experience. And now this is Super Pete going over the I-85 bridge. So that means he's got to drop down. He's got 3 kilometers to go until his world championship. This man that we are watching kilometers for this man. And you can see going in the other direction. I believe that was our women's leaders rider. Women's leaders on their way. They are inside of 1 kilometer. They will go onto their lap cars. I think they're going to get 2 to go. I'm going to check on that. We're going to get our camera over there. The big camera will be on the finish line. Lots going on. 6 different categories racing right now. Now we go back to the line. On to turn pretty tight. They are look at him just charging up this hill. This is one of the fastest things we've seen for all the hand cyclists on this hill. Watch them. Just moving like an egg beater on this thing. Just a lot of contact right there. Podesta just getting stronger as the race goes on. Just incredible. Just where they are. And that Polish rider has been brilliant. Brilliant racing by Kaluza. She's always staying out of the wind. All day long, she's been out of the wind. She's only gone when she's had to go. She's really used her tactics better than anybody else. Very impressive ride right now. Podesta up and over the I-85 overpass. Nobody, like the rear view mirrors, nobody in the side view mirrors, nobody on this course. He has just blown this thing apart right from the beginning, and he just shattered it. This was all the way to lose a race. If you're not going fast enough, she just nudges you. Rights violation. What he pushes some of the other riders in this. Just an incredible smash and grab. Here we are now, inside the fencing. Inside of 500 meters to go, they're inside of 200 meters to go, and look at the speeds that they are carrying. We are showing them 1 lap to go. We are on to the bell. There's the bell now. Was at 2 to go. We're going to see him going to the bell. So 1 lap to go. Hold up 2 fingers, trying to get all the information. There's 2 different boards there. So we are at 1 lap to go in the bike race. Surprisingly, Podesta did not win. We're going to try to check on that. We had they have a lap card gold in the time trial. We got some spectators. Crowd is over there. They got gold going behind side. Switzerland, our directors and I, we were working on that. 51 kilometers coming through for women and the men. Podesta continuing to go solid. The rider out of South Africa. He's at the post of 1 drop down to about 700 feet above sea level. He's got to climb back up to 1,000 feet. He's got about a 200-foot climb. He is finally slowing down shoulders alone. But he's just matching what the guys are doing. The hardest pit category 5 division. 1 to go. So he's going to go through here, doing what he needs to do. He's resting right now because he knows his course. He knows it. 1 lap to go for Podesta. 1 lap to go for Vittoria Podesta. Now further back, the Cat 5s. So we're getting word
They
now
have
that
been going hammer and tong all the time. We bring them back.
Quite
We have fixed our technical issue. We're happy to bring you their images back.
behind. We might have a challenge behind Super Pete, the rider from South Africa, Tim Williams of New Zealand. Trying to figure
Heinz
out
Pride,
where he is
the
on
one
this race.
ranked rider in the Category 3s, has been disposed of. No word as to what
Can't
happened
believe
to him.
it.
We are back in the front of affairs for the Cat
People down under. And,
This is Stuart
we're
Tripp,
watching a great race.
the American. Two of them still in there.
This is it right
Then
now. This is
for
where
the
the
Group
climb
1
starts for this
superstar.
And it only
This
gets
is the Darden.
it only gets long here.
Little
And it
trouble
only gets
right
harder.
there.
It just
Not
seems
certain
as
what's
if it
going
just
on.
draws away from you, not to you. Look at this right now. This is absolutely stupendous what this man is doing. Gets a little reprieve. Now he's going to roll down a little bit. He's got to kind of get as much speed as he can in out of this. But his arms, his shoulders are just burning right now. Now we're going to get coverage. Doing our best with dealing with the mechanics of bringing you live coverage. Look at this. This is interesting. This might be interesting. That's a white helmet. Coming through, passing the yellow helmet. So the white helmet. That belongs to a rider that is in the women's 3 category. Super Pete going through. Now it's going to get tough now. Steepest pitch of the entire race course awaits him. Holding his line. Oh my gosh, this man is breaking right now. Going for the water, doing what he can. South Africa, unbelievable superstar Nicholas please. Doing this with just shoulders. Just amazing. Now what we're going to look at is the gearing that he's trying to use. That's using a very large gear right there relative to the severity of the climb. This is the steepest pitch of the entire race course right now. He knows that he's going to see something. The greatest hope he's going to get right now is around this corner. And that one right there is that 1 kilometer sign. He is 1 kilometer away from a world title. And this is it. He's got to get up and through this turn. This turn has a little pitch to it. Now the water. Will he get it? Yep. Here we go. Now he just has to get a little bit farther up and around. Tough around this corner. He's going to look over there. See that bridge? That's the last significant climb. He's got to just count those cones off. He's only got about 6 cones to go. And then he's going to be on the tabletop. And then he's going to be there. He is right now so proud to be in that green and that gold of South Africa, but he is going to trade that in for a rainbow jersey, and I believe the entire world has to embrace any athlete like this, and this is indeed world colors for a world-class man. South African rider. Up and over. Now it is triumph. Now it is victory. Now he's going to make it. Now we may see that face that has been etched in agony may turn to smiles. It may be just unbelievable elation. He gets to coast a little bit, recover, and now he's within about 700 meters to go. He should be there, maybe even 600 meters from this turn, and we will see this. The man they call Super Pete on his way to an amazing champion. We're going to go back to our other men's racing in just a bit. We want to bring this rider all the way in. This is an absolutely incredible story, using only his shoulders. No triceps, no sensation from the chest down. Effectively, everything is just
Awesome.
from the neck up.
Sanchez, the American, trying to look at that. That's race car drivers right there.
This man.
Zanardi just bumped him out of the way, gets him out of the line.
Placed into those pedals by his trainers, and then he is sets off.
Now you've got the Netherlands in there as well still.
Difficult to do almost anything. Look at this. He's
Riegers,
going to see the
debris.
fencing soon.
Marking
Unreal.
moves. 2 Americans,
right
2
now.
Dutch, 1
Here
Italian,
comes
1 Aussie.
your world champion,
One very
Peter
strong South
on his
African.
way. And this
Currently
may be
ranked
one of the
number
most
1 in the
sensational
world.
rides I've ever seen in 37 years of my being around cycling. What this guy is accomplishing is
Tough climb right now.
incredible. Now comes into the fences. Now he's going to be seeing the truss. There is the truss. Here comes your champion. What an amazing thing we are seeing right here. Right behind him, another group.
Paused right now, the American at the front, going hard. I believe that's
Bam.
Sanchez.
Winner, winner. What a great thing. Unreal. The shoulder, the last effort of that shoulder goes into raising an arm in
Back
triumph.
to our Category 3
Done.
division.
What a ride.
Basically the defending world champion.
Are the world
Last year
champion.
he was in the
2014
division.
UCI Paracycling Road World Championship coming to you from Greenville. We'll go back now to our World Race Series. Your American spectrum right up
What
on the
their
front.
disability may be. He
Right,
moves up.
504. He is in. That is going to be Alicia Braille's first day
Having a
coming
solid
through.
ride.
A lot of touching going on in here. A lot of pushing.
Antonio
Look at the
Podesta.
high-tech elements of these bikes.
Solidly on his way to a gold medal and a rainbow jersey.
The German looks over her shoulder right there. That is going to be Christiana Repp. She is representing Germany, and she is there. And what is great about these is that all these jerseys are the same jerseys.
Long,
you will
yawning
see.
stretch of pavement. Look at that. Nobody behind him. And at one point, we had a massive Category 3 start.
Track in mountain bike.
So many riders look promising,
And
but
it is the same amount of
Podesta just kept the speed on, and he was up near the front of that during the early moments of this race and really kept it going. Back to the Category 5. You'll get the bell lap right now. Race car driver Zanardi. One lap to go in their world
all
championships.
the results. We are doing what we can in the studio with what we have. We know that Tim Williams is all over New Zealand is looking for that result. We'll do our best to get that for you. We're looking throughout the course.
The Dutch riders are in the back. The Americans doing very well. Now we start the downhill.
On that section of our race.
So it's really only 3 miles of racing because I doubt anything's going to happen in the first 3 miles of this lap. Meanwhile, we go back to this, a coronation ceremony about to unfold. Antonio Podesta, just fantastic.
Our racing that we are watching right now. This is the rider out of Vermont.
You look phenomenal out there. How was it?
With Super.
Get myself to feel good today. I'm just on the side of this field because I'm training for Ironman. I'm the first quad, season quad this class to do Ironman. And I'm proud of myself.
Oh, man. You did
I
Ironman?
couldn't let these guys beat me on a long distance. I've got a serious eye problem, degenerative eye disease, so my peripheral things aren't very good at all, and I don't even know if I'm going to make Rio. So I was very annoyed yesterday because I'm not sure how long I will be able to do this on my own. So I made sure that I broke early so that on the corners where I'll be slower, going through such shade and stuff, then I'll be clear and I can slow down a bit. So my race looked up, I'm just so happy, man. I can't believe it.
All right.
My first world championship.
The first one?
I'm proudly South African. I'm the proudest South African probably ever. Except for Nelson Mandela.
I think you ranked right up there, man. You look phenomenal. You were incredible right now. The race was incredible.
Thanks so much. Here we go for South Africa.
All right, man.
Not all going to make it.
Very good. I'll see you later, Ed. Good luck.
We go back to Podesta, who's already called Super Zone and making his way up. This is a rider
Right there, and just is one of several amazing.
won the World Cup earlier this year in Kentapalos.
To be shown to me.
Won the time trial there.
My days
Won
here
the
in
Swiss
Greenville.
Series Shinkon.
Back to the lead group, our women's.
Third there.
I don't know if this is a paracycling event or a bar fight, but we've got
First in the World Cup as well.
Amazing smackdown here. And
41 years of age.
A bunch of the Polish rider sitting fourth. Now, I don't know if she is feigning.
Antonio
She's not
Podesta.
that strong. They are 4K from the line, or if she really is just sort of lying in wait, keeping her powder dry. The rider that we are watching right now. going to be the Polish rider that was second in last year's World Champions, Renato Kaluza. Then you move forward. There is the German.
Now we got a little bit of separation right here.
Is the Cristiano Rep. To lead that the Russian is with a there. His teammates looking around for him. You've got the American. Now notice the different helmet colors. So you've got Uyghurs. The red helmets are against the red helmets. The white helmets are against the white helmets. And in this,
A little speed on the descent right now.
so effectively,
Danger Will Robinson.
champions coming out of this group.
Applying some pressure on the descent. We've got one rider who's gone clear a little bit there.
So you've got
Pretty
to
impressive.
your category.
Riekers
The best
brings
way
it
to
back.
race in your category is to race in the group.
It's the American.
Group, as we can see.
Sanchez seems to be in good form. Tripp right there. Van Dyke right there.
To two riders that are dueling in the red helmet.
Maybe wishes he had that match back. They all came down together on the hill.
You've got the Russian and the German.
Man, look at this. Nobody pedaling. Everybody getting ready. They know we got to bottom out. We have the lead punching climbs and then the sprint. Stuart Tripp sort of doing a little phantom move, sort of drifted off, and now making them all pedal. Stuart Tripp trying to do it on the descent.
Up there, sitting second wheel.
Don't think it's going to be effective, but it is handing out his calling cards. But he's going to burn a match. He'll already have to burn something. Van Dyke moves into third wheel. Here comes the Dutch. Is there going to be a counter move?
The rider that is.
Over the railroad. Now the Dutch make a counter move. Very big counter move. And now comes the Dutch.
The very difficult final section of this course.
I believe that's the breeze.
Followed by one of the toughest sections.
And another counter move going. And look at this move. Now it's Stuart Tripp making another smash. And Van Dyke responds for South Africa. The glue of this group is just incredible. The medal that they are showing. All riders on the final lap. Antonio Podesta will soon be on the podium. Now we go back to our battle in the Category 3. Category 5 battle is an absolutely savage affair.
Now we get very tactical here. One of the few sections of the course where they go using these cones. Two-direction course, and you see that to the right, they're going to come up that hill. What they're going down, they're going to have to go up.
Look at these guys, all wide
While we
across.
were watching Suka finish his race. Some men were
Every man just reloading their guns.
Now this is the lead of the category.
Every man just getting ready to fire again. You know it's coming.
To get you. We're going to do our best to figure out where everybody is.
Tripp doesn't want to burn another match.
We also have
They
our
nurse their way through. Look at this. Nobody pedaling. This is unbelievable. Schoolyard, 3 o'clock. And they're going to have it out. They are just letting it drain down. That next big climb is coming.
Or up battle. They are charging
Two Dutch,
right now.
2 American.
Now this is the fast section of the course. They're going to continue to drain downhill a little bit. We go back to the leader of our men's division, Luca Mazzone. From what I've been shown, he seems to be all alone.
DeVries
So Luca Mazzone
on the outside.
silver medal there.
Riekers, world champion in the middle.
Category 1 division, now in the category
The American Dawson on the back. The American Sanchez near the front. Van Dyke there.
As a result of that. And now, we look out onto this course, and he is all his own.
I apologize to Sanchez in the back. Very similar build to both men. Look at this. Nobody pedaling.
No other country.
Everybody knows what's coming.
Every discipline.
Here it comes. It's going to start on this climb. Somebody's going to throw down. Who's it going to be?
The only other country that I think that the only other
And how much will they have? Will you be able to respond? DeVries,
one kilometer
Riekers.
So
Everybody just keeping the tempo up. Van Dyke.
This is going to be just incredible as we see
Van Dyke building up ahead of steam.
him come up on
Have a
his
sense this
final
climb
ride
that they're
here
coming
from
out to
out
is
into the
going to be
base sun.
very important.
Starting to climb.
Zanardi responds. Tripp leading it out. Does anybody have anything? Can anybody show anything? Are they going to let this come down to a sprint?
Mazone
Debris
out on this course right now.
on the tail end for the Netherlands. Everybody put something into that. Now we come into the next series of climbs.
Go around this corner, then on his way. Now for people that want to know, here is our podium for the category. That is category 1 and should be seeing Podesta bronze medal.
The finish line soon enough to a trip. This is going to be in
Williams has been
Podesta
he has
coming
finished
up
third for
from
bronze
the
medal.
inside of the
Our silver medal
1K to
goes
go.
Tempo Polvi
Goes through the roundabout.
So
the coronation.
on the podium.
Once
And
again,
Nicky
Vittorio
Peter is your
Podesta
gold medalist.
will
So
be
there you
world
have it.
champion.
I want to thank Chad Andrews for his support getting those results from the finishing stage. Great job, Chad. We're doing a lot with what we can here, and we've got a lot of our assets all over this venue.
Podesta,
There we are.
41 years of age, from Italy, brilliant ride, the strongest man, deserved to win this, came into this, won gold medal in the relay, a silver medal in the time trial, and here he is getting a gold medal in the road race at the Paralympics. An amazing result for Italy, the country that comes into every world championships with the most on the line. They take it so seriously. Vittorio Podesta is your world champion in the men's category 3 division.
Luca Mazzone coming through.
Perfect race.
Luca Mazzone, champion all along. Your world champion, Luca Mazzone. And while we were covering CPP, we didn't see that he had caught and gone through.
Still waiting to bring in our silver and bronze in that division, but we go to the real catfight that is unfolding right now.
They are up on top. Now this is
where
where
they
they
go.
finish. This is going to be some dangerous
This is
business
where
right
they're
now.
going to make the right.
This is not the
right
straight
on the
straightaway.
Boulevard.
We had a
Go to.
horrific crash in yesterday's sprint in one of our normal two-wheel things.
corrected.
So
They're gonna
now
come onto
we're
the
going to
speed
see
zone
these
hill now.
riders take it on. Now they come bombing into this turn and sweep to the left. And then it is sort of an undulation.
Tripp's got a gap.
It comes through. It comes around. It is
Zanardi has to
the
chase.
inside becomes the
Van
outside.
Dyke has to
These
chase.
are the wide bikes, the hand cycles. Now,
Zanardi
sitting
sort of
up front, the
faded
red
little
helmets are
reaches,
there.
I think,
Remember,
making
the
Van
red
Dyke
helmets are one category. That is
Debris goes
category
there.
4. The
Edwin
yellow, the
Sanchez
white
and
helmets are
Dawson.
category 3. So it's two different
has gone
races
repeatedly.
in and through the rotary. Tell
The Dutch
Now here they go. We're going to cover this from the back, from the
moto.
moto, because this is going to be an exciting finish. The two red helmets. They've sort of separated. They say Mana Schoolyard, 3 o'clock. Let's just see who it is. This is going to be a smackdown up on the front now. It is going to be Moskowitz. She is taking on the German Christiana Rep. And for the back, this is going to be the American versus the Pole. This is for both of these separate champions. The white is the 3 division, and it is the red is the 4 division. So we go to the American out of Putney, Vermont, winding up the gear. It's got to make the pass right now. Oh, hey, they won't go by. This is incredible racing right now. The Polish rider trying to get by. There might be a touch of wheels here. Oh my goodness, she's using the lines right there. Up at the front, Moskowitz and the German are there. And it is going to be. It is the German wins, and then the Polish rider wins the world title. Dana is right there finishing second. So right now, unofficially, it is Christiana Rep winning in the women's division, followed by the very savvy Polish rider Renata Kaluza winning in the
Riekers
women's
seems to be in
division.
trouble for the Netherlands. No sign of Riekers for the Netherlands yet.
Downright unladylike
Now
there
we're
at
coming
the
in.
end.
What should we see? The finish of 4 riders in our category 2-3 race. That silver and bronze fight should be unfolding. There you have some great sportsmanship being revealed. Great racing all throughout. Riders sitting up engaged, going easy. No sign of Riekers.
The riders in these
The Dutchman
just incredible. So your
world
world
missing
champion
one.
unofficially.
That motor's there.
Going to be
He's somewhere else, so he may have gone down.
Yes. Not to Palooza, 7-6 last year. Silver medalist, he was riding 504. The rider that is the American rider, and that is Alicia Brailsford, Dana. Then you go up to the other divisions in the red helmets.
This is the battle for second and third, I believe. In the category 3s, one of them is a category 5 that gets a silver, I believe.
Our American silver medalist.
I see right here, unofficial.
It came down to a sprint, and she had the advantage because she was on my tail. So, my congratulations to her. I'm very, very happy with my results.
You got gapped a little bit on the front line here.
I was afraid I'd get reeled in, so I just backed off.
Okay.
These guys going slower. He's taking advantage of it. I think he's getting a little bit of an introduction from the commissar saying, don't mix up with these guys. Trust me, this is a bar fight. You don't want to get in.
Showering her with his attention, one of the greatest photographers in the world of cycling. As pretty exciting race.
Steve Stone is our commissar there on the moto. Trip's gone again. Whoa, sliding out there. Zanardi caught some tires there. Unreal, the race car driver. No trouble with that. But that's because he was looking around. Saw that Trip was going again.
Was the race very hard?
Van Dyke.
Molto dura la gara. Sì, è una delle gare più dure in assoluto che ho fatto.
The hard race you absolutely made in this year.
Ho preparato a casa in più di questa gara.
I training a lot and prepared this race very good.
Paesaggio simile a questo.
Your place where you live is like
Okay. How long has he been training for this? How long has he been training?
Attack after attack. The
One month, very hard.
Hours a day. Were you doing hills? How were the hills?
Right around the corner is the 1K no time. You see it moments from now. And now the American goes in. And I mean, that's Sanchez up near the front crossing in the back.
Congratulations.
The final time right now. The Dutcher right there. That is DeVries. DeVries trying to get there. Zanardi going into the grass. Zanardi goes into the grass. Zanardi in the grass. Unreal that he makes the move on the inside. Van Dyke is there. Oh, the American. The humanity of it all. The American is now trying to respond. Special Forces, Nelson Sanchez, all of them bringing it to bear. DeVries, the Dutchman. They are clinging to them all. Hammer and tong. I believe the Aussie's been thrown overboard with that last assault. Into the final rotaries they go. Van Dyke digging in right now. Hammer not big enough. Reaching for a bigger hammer. Zanardi using race car tactics. Now Zanardi on the inside. Van Dyke is there. Want to make sure that is the right man. I believe it is DeVries. Look at this. 2 Americans gone for gold. In America. For America. From America. Wheels touching in there. Oh my goodness. 2 Americans diving inside. The Zanardi factor comes to the fore. It's the 2 favorites. Van Dyke and Zanardi. Ali and Frazier of hand cycle racing. And down the stretch they go. Every man seeing stars right now. But the American, I believe that's Dawson, looks back. He's in the draft. Now the ultimate draftsman is going to be Zanardi. But Van Dyke into the engine room in a big way. Van Dyke just slamming into it, pile driving. Zanardi goes into the toolbox. Wrenches, screwdrivers, hammers. What do we have? Van Dyke will hold him off. South Africa, Italy, and then the Netherlands. Wow! Paralympic cycling, how exciting can that be? 2014 UCI Paracycling Road World Championships Unbelievable finish here in Greenville. Stuart Tripp has nothing to be ashamed about. He threw everything he had at them. A brilliant finish here in Greenville. Wow. Well, I need a cigarette after that thing. That was a fantastic finish to a race. So unofficially, it is. I want to make sure that that was debris. We had a little transmission issue. I had debris in third. I had Zanardi in second, and I had the rider that is the man, the myth, the legend, Van Dyke from South Africa in the win. We're going to try to get all the results of your category 3. We had some issues there. We're trying to get those riders in. We'll bring you those results shortly.
You can go on UCI.ch. They will be posted there
I want to thank everybody that worked so hard on these
a little
events,
break right
especially
now.
the event staff.
After the 10 a.m. start,
Just
all
made
times
you feel so welcome here in
10 a.m. start
Greenville.
for the next race.
Phenomenal
That is
event. We
next
have
up
more
will be
riders
men's
come in.
and cycle category
Results as
4
soon as
division,
we can get them.
and they will be followed at 10:02 with our women's category 5 division as well. And in the afternoon, we'll be back with our trike races. That will be our trikes category 1 and 2 for both men and women. And then we will have our men's and cycle 5 division in the afternoon as well. Promises to be a blistering fast pace along with our men's and cycle 3 division. That's all in the afternoon here in Greenville.
It's easy. Got a little smart. That was good. I lost my bottle on the first lap. Woo! Get it, Ernie? Oh, yeah. Thanks, Ozzy. Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations, man. Thank you. How'd it feel? Oh, it was a very hot day with a lot of tactics going on. I lost my water bottle in the first lap, so I had to wait a lap and a half before I could drink. So I was kind of going down, but then I got a bottle from my team and I just started drinking. Started feeling better. My last 2 laps moved a little bit more forward. And then when I thought I had to go, I went. Felt good.
Yeah, you went from the top of the hill, right?
For the cyclist out there, I maxed out 1,200 watts in the sprint. So that's a serious sprint.
That was a sprint.
That's power. So I'm really happy. It's been.
Did you feel Zanardi coming up on you?
No.
He wasn't coming.
No, he was struggling a bit in the race on the climbs. I could see he wasn't comfortable. So I knew if I could get a jump on him in the sprint, then that would be it.
Right.
Trained really hard for this, and I'm really glad, really happy it pulled off. I mean, my family was watching me at home because of you guys being here. I missed my little girl's birthday 2 days ago. She was 2 years old. So hopefully this will be a good present for her.
Wish her a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to now.
Great race, man. Fantastic. Congratulations.
Well, fantastic race.